were too many of them. Too many. Where are the rest of the reinforcements? Are you all they sent? Sharp as a nail. Definitely no raw recruit. Reachmen swarmed into Mercian's hamlet. We were overrun, but I thought our leader had sent for reinforcements. Apparently not. We could use it. Report to Squire Theo Rock on the docks. We're taking orders from him for now.
Let me know if you see movement, friend. I've gathered the other archers' arrows. It's just a matter of putting them in the Witchmen.
Did they send anyone else from the city? No, I can see you're not part of Evermore's militia. Yes, I am. Sir Etienne brought us out here. When he was wounded, I took command. I've secured a fallback perimeter, such that it is. The Reachmen are leaving us alone for the moment. First, I need to listen to the village elder, Medya Zurich. She may have news about Sir Etienne's condition. And then, yes, I do need help to deal with the situation. Stay right here. Medya, what is it? Is Sir Etienne all right?
He's doing fine. And when he returns, you all will leave?
We'll stay until Mercian's hamlet is free. Or Sir Etienne and I both fall in the fight.
I see. Well, he'll be resting comfortably soon, don't... I'll go see to the poor knight now, then.
Good. Good, he's all right. Now let's go over what we need. Sir Etienne is all right. That puts my mind at ease. Now I do need your help. This is more of a challenge than I expected. We arrived with our horses on those merchant ships, along with Sir Etienne. Maybe it was rash to go against our orders and come here in defense of simple villagers. I won't presume to judge the actions of the men and women who died for our cause. Yes, Sir Etienne was adamant we do so, though our venture seemed ill-fated from the start. We didn't expect these wild ones, these Reachmen, would best Evermore trained soldiers. And yet you can see how poorly we fared against them. Just as they were 30 years ago. The madmen. They use the trees, rocks, and homes here to outmaneuver our horses. I haven't ridden since the Black Drake's War. It's one of the only reasons I survived this skirmish. The things I saw during Black Drake's invasion, they kept me from the purity of heart required to be a knight. Others managed. Not me. I've been plagued by doubts and anxiety ever since then. Like an immeasurably heavy stone around my neck. If you wish to hear stories about the great war that brought the Daggerfall Covenant together, talk to someone else. All I remember is the blood and the death. The desperate battle to save the life we knew and the lands we loved. That's because war is like a plane of oblivion. If you haven't been, you can't fathom what it must be like. And if you have, it's not something you wish to relive. You've the look of an experienced combatant. Hold the line while I check on Sir Etienne at Medya's home. The witchmen seem content to ransack the village for now. But be ready for anything.
Etienne, I'm sorry I failed you. We haven't had a real king since Rancer, and he was a little bit crazy. I hope our new ruler isn't quite as warlike as the last one.
How could this be? All he needed was a splint for his leg after his horse fell on him. And now he's dead. Why would someone kill him? It's his own sword. I shouldn't have left him alone. Please, look around to see if there are any traces of his killer. Yes, but she wasn't here when I arrived. She may have gone out to find a poultice or herbs or whatever she needed to treat his pain. I hope she's all right, though she should have waited for me to get here before leaving Sir Etienne alone. Have you found something? Anything to indicate who killed Sir Etienne? I could help you figure out what happened here, if you tell me what you found. I might not have your eye for detail, but I knew Sir Etienne well. If that proves anything, I think it shows that the only person who didn't kill him was Medya. Why treat someone if you expected to kill them? So they were comfortable, or in no hurry. Perhaps Medya washed her hands before going outside. They say the witchmen lust after the scent of blood. So they weren't concerned that Medya or I would discover what happened. Either that, or they just didn't care if anyone found the scene, assuming that it would blend in with the carnage outside. I'm sorry, but I don't see how that could be related. Do you think Sir Etienne was reading the book when he was killed? It's a pretty dry topic to just pick up for no reason. She hadn't mentioned having a son. Hardly damning evidence, though. What is it? I find it hard to believe that a goodly old midwife would have anything to do with this heartless slaughter. Her apprentice, Robert Foucher, is down by the docks. I imagine he would be a good place to start asking questions.
I'm nearly out of supplies treating all these wounded guards. If you have something to ask, be quick about it. Kinnereth's tears. She's been taking too many risks in trying to treat the wounded who haven't fled here. You didn't find her dead out there, did you? That's a relief, I think. What did you want to ask me about then? In all the years I've been her apprentice, more than 3 now, I've never heard her say an unkind thing. She's the closest thing this dumpy little fishing hamlet has to a leader. A son? It would be the first I've heard of it. Medea is like a mother to a lot of us, but she's never raised any children that I know of. She hasn't lived to be as old as she is without being careful. I hope she's all right. She lived here when the Reachmen came down out of the hills before, with the Black Drake. There's not much to tell. Most of the people here are fishermen. The longest journey most of us have ever taken is to cross the Bulsay River to sell our fish to merchants in Evermore. They did, but they didn't kill everyone. Medea and a few others lived through it, but she's the last one still alive here. She's been a pillar for the community since then, even though the Witchmen haven't raided us since. Until now, I mean. Yes. No, I mean, that's correct. They raid other places, but they don't raid here. Well, until now. I'd always just assumed that we were under the benevolent protection of the gods. She's been trying to treat the wounded on the field. If you don't see her outside, she's probably inside one of the homes. Some of the other people are still out there.
I can't feel my toes. Robert, my toes!
Eternal thanks.
Killed him, didn't you?
You killed him? How could you? What gives you the right to come here and contest our ways?
I cannot trust myself to make this choice. The loss of Sir Etienne is too near to my heart.
She was in league with them. Her own son led them here to Mercian's hamlet, and she let Sir Etienne die. What choice do you think I ask you to make?
The woman is the hamlet's only healer. She volunteered to take care of Sir Etienne.
She knew how to save him, and she chose not to.
Her son was with the Reachmen that raided Mercian's hamlet.
You killed him?
I cannot trust myself.
She was in league with them. Her own son led them here to Mercian.
Then the choice will be mine. And I think she should die for what she's done. I see. It's good to the woman is the hamlet's only healer. She volunteered to take care of Sir Etienne.
She knew how to save him, and she chose not to.
Her son was with the Reachmen that raided Mercian's hamlet. Yes, you're right. Of course she should stand trial, so that the people of Evermore can know what happened here. I will. Once I've made arrangements, we will return to the city with our captive. She was a good woman once, and in many ways still is. Whatever her fate, as it comes through my decisions, she deserves to look me in the eye as it happens.
If you think that I will let them parade me down the streets of Evermore, you're mistaken. All I need is a sharp stone, and for him to look away, then it will end. You've gained nothing, and I have nothing left.
Medya allowed her son to kill Sir Etienne, but you are right in requiring a trial before she is put to death. Evermore's people need to hear from her own traitor's lips what happened here, and why it happened.
Zen's price. I knew if I banged on this door long enough, someone would come. Look, I really need a helping hand here. Can you spring me out before the trolls come back? No, it was the skeevers. Of course it was the trolls. Me and a few others came down here looking for loot, but the trolls caught us. One by one, they've eaten all my friends. They were saving me for dessert. Probably because I'm so sweet. Yes, cursed. Every last one of them. Their screams were horrid. I was grateful when they stopped. Look here, friend. Since everyone else is dead, I got all the loot. If you'll unlock this door and help me back to the surface, I'll share. The lever's on the wall right over there. You're a real lifesaver. Can't tell you how glad I am you happened along. What am I supposed to do? Lie here sobbing until the trolls eat me too? Sure, they were good folk, but it's not like we grew up in Valenwood together. We shared a few heists, a few jugs of Jaga, and now they're dead, and I got to move on. Sorry, trolls! No dessert today! Thanks, barrels. Meet me on the Evermore docks and I'll have your reward.
Garo, you know I love you like a sister.
I was wondering if you were going to make it. I hired one of these little boats to ferry me down the bay. Whatever it takes to get as far away from that troll's den as possible. It's expensive, but I have the coin to spare now. I sold some of the troll's loot, of course. I suppose you're here looking for your cut. You certainly deserve it. Best of luck to you, friend. Now, where did that greedy little captain run off to? I'm ready to hit the waves.